for the university, for the town, for the...
We're looking up at the castle.
Outside, but look right, there's a cobblestone lane, a little lane leading up the hill. And that used to be the main lane leading to the castle entrance. Behind the trees, behind the bushes, there's a beautiful house with turrets and balconies. And very many of these big villas, they belong to fraternities, student associations. You know, in the 1800s, there were lots of wealthy boys who came to study here at the famous Heidelburg University. And they brought a lot of money with them, and the fraternities were able to build huge houses. And very many of them here on the castle hill. That was the best address, of course. And maybe also because, you know, in these walls on the left-hand side, you can see sometimes some doors. There are lots of underground gangways here from the old days of the castle. And the breweries used to store their beer in summer in these underground gangways. So now there's a door on the left-hand side, you can see that.
Look at the castle, just about.
Now a spectacular view to the left.
It's the Neckar River.
Turn it around so we can take a picture of us.
I've seen the kids do it.
And hold it way out. Okay,
Did you get us?
I think so.
That's the watchtower. This is Prince of Palatine. Yep, this is the moat. That little bit of water comes from the spring in the mountains because they kept the moat dry because the water's way down in the valley. They had ice skating parties here in the moat in the winter. They had the dungeon tower. Now we're here at the visitor center. That's the visitor center. There's the old wall. The French took the coat of arms down to melt it into for the bronze.
And this is how they were able to record the construction. Ask the citizens for certain kind of dwellings. So on the left-hand side, this building is Middle Ages of the year 1400. So that's the oldest building that we can still see today. It is possible that we can actually move on a little bit further down.
And the worst part is the most. They didn't really have so much rubbish in the house. Taking my
Took hundreds of years to build this.
When they started to build this, 800 years ago, they started to the back, watchtowers, thick walls, soldiers. This was the fortification, not the residence representation, palaces and castles. But then, 600 years ago, one of our rulers, Prince Rupert III of Palatine, his son managed to persuade the other 6 electors, he was one of the 7, to elect him as the German king. He was changed from public to pocket, so he was elected. And then he chose, more or less, chose Heidelburg as his capital. He built the first king's palace inside the castle walls here, for the fortification walls. And if you look at actually, the focus shifted from the salvation, from the religion, from the Christian religion, more to the humans themselves. I mean, in medieval times, everything was considered as a gift of God. You couldn't do anything without God. So the church was everything. But then people started to do things themselves. They started to think more themselves. Printing press was invented. So there was more information available for, books were not just copied in monasteries, they were printed. So everybody, at least for those of us, who were able to read, you had more access to information. And then a lot of things were discovered, invented. America was discovered. know, people started to sail over the oceans. And
From Greece, they were copied from Rome,
now this is
mostly
what I'm
Greece.
standing with, son. Are you okay? They should immediately see which good family I come from. So he did not put any holy man on the list.
How's your pen holding up?
There's Frederick.
Can you remember, ladies?
This is the king in charge.
80s, we all had this.
It's the entrance to the chapel. Wine barrel.
Taxes. You know, subjects have to pay taxes, but nobody. This is the small one.
This is the small one. That's the big barrel. $55,000 gallons. Another passage leading to a view. Used to be vineyards on those hills. There's grapes over there.
That's all.
That's a tower for hikers built 100 years ago. Heidelburg Castle.
Wrote down, you know, the dowry, how many straight line and tapestry and medallions she takes with her. But also wrote down that the princesses are never going to inherit any land. That was important because her brother wanted to rule here and not give anything away to French.